History remained an albatross around the Eagles' necks as they strode onto the MCG, having not beaten the Magpies at the game's spiritual home since 1995. 17 long years and 5 straight wins at home for a Collingwood side, still dealing with the loss of a former teammate. Semi-final silence, a mark of respect, before the Eagles jumped to the early lead with goals to Darling and McGinnity.
Turns around, fronts the goal. Eagles have got 2 in a row.
The crowd still silenced until Andrew Cracker snapped from in front.
Picked up by Goldsack, played at Cracker. Cracker on the right, brings it back on the left.
But a video review would reverse the goal, enraging the locals and emboldening the visitors with 2 more majors.
Off to Kerr, round the corner. Got 4, the West Coast Eagles.
But after a slow start, the Pies would work their way into the match.
Ends with Harry O'Brien. He gets a really good look. Off a step, I think he's got it, he has.
Pendlebury would convert moments later also, and while Cox would be handed a gift in front after being manhandled, Darren Jolly would steady the ship before quarter time.
Kick on the way, looks good. Collingwood peg another one back.
Swan drew the home side even closer after the break before both teams went to the trenches.
Furious effort to win the loose ball. Look at him crack in.
A 20-minute stalemate before Collingwood blinked.
He'll get back and take the mark and kick a certain goal.
No mistake from there for an 11-point half-time lead, but a Daisy Thomas double would wipe the deficit early in the third.
Knockout to Thomas. Thomas around the corner, kicks the goal. Collingwood are in front.
After going goalless for 5 weeks, this was Daisy's term.
3 goals in 7 minutes for Thomas and Collingwood. They lead by 8.
They'd descend into another arm wrestle, but this time it was the Eagles who blinked.
I tell you what, that's not touched. It's a goal. Blair gets it. Collingwood by 17.
West Coast were on the verge of being blown away until Darling marked on three-quarter time.
Goals! West Coast back in business.
Trailing by 10 into the final term, Natanui would trim the margin further, and with Chris Dawes off the field with a medial, the Eagles began to spread their wings.
Big jump at the ball, Mark Kennedy.
Nathan Buckley unimpressed as Kennedy reclaimed the lead for the visitors, but the Pies would immediately return serve through Goldsack.
That looks very, very good. Collingwood back in front.
The Magpies would continue to press, Dane Swan lifting them further ahead.
Turns around and kicks the goal. Collingwood have kicked it. They lead by 10.
Collingwood carrying the advantage through to the final siren.
Countdown on now. West Coast were gallant, had their opportunities. Collingwood have won.
So the Magpies booking a preliminary final berth against Sydney in Sydney after ending the Eagles season with a 13-point victory. David Murdoch, Big Pond Sport.